well. So if you can't find any seats on the ground floor, then you can also go upstairs.
영국 사람이에요.
We're giving rice pudding and doing some English games, guessing slang, guessing celebrities. Yeah.
We're celebrating Harry Potter.
해리포터.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Expelliarmus. Lumos.
Abracadabra.
저희는 스위스 전통 음식과 전통 게임을 소개를 해드리고 있고 전통 와인 이런 것들 이렇게 맛보실 수 있게 준비해드리고
네, 안녕하세요, 여러분.
저희는 멕시코 전통 게임도 하고요. 다 같이 팟캐스트 춤까지 하면서 관객이랑 다 같이 노는 분위기를 형성할 예정입니다. One, two, three, Viva Mexico!
오늘 좋았어요.
I can experience a lot of countries' dishes and games, so it is so interesting. 자, 나누기!
All of the countries are really nice. Everyone is nice, and we love it.
Yes.
We love it.
Everyone's having fun. Super nice day.
I like the festival. It's bringing a bunch of different cultures together. I think it's very nice to get to meet people and indulge in different cultures. Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's been very fun. It's so cool seeing all the different booths and all like the different cultures and countries being represented here in Korea University.
Super cool that they get to do this for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll start the ceremony now, so please have your mobile phone mode to vibration. Okay? All right. Welcome to 2024 KU International Summer Campus. My name is JJ Park, and I'm the Senior Manager for KU ISC, and I'll be the main host of today's ceremony. So to begin with, I'd like to introduce who's joined us here today. And I'm going to ask Director Young-sun Kang here, and Ms. Eugene Kim, Mr. Seung-yup Lee, and Ms. Minju Kim. Over the last 6 months or so, the team has been working around the clock, handling over 2,000 applications and preparing for your seamless transition to KUISC. And the team will continue to work very hard for the next 6 weeks and more to provide you with all kinds of assistance and help. So I ask you to give the biggest round of applause to the team. And now could I ask all of the KUISC faculties to stand up and face the students, and if you could wave at students. This year we have about 40 exceptional faculty members as well as Korean language instructors teaching both online and in person at KUISC. So let's welcome the professors. And next is our pre-college students. I think you are sitting, where are you? Can you raise your hands, our pre-college student? Okay, these students are actually still in high school in year 11 and 12, and they decided to be adventurous and join us for summer to experience college life at KUISC. So let's welcome them. And today, I think we have about 900, close to 1,000 students here at the orientation and the opening ceremony, as well as about 350 students joining us online through Zoom and also YouTube. Without you students, the ISC would not be here. So I thank you for choosing to spend your precious summer with us at KU and in Seoul. So let's give each other the biggest applause.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sang-ki Song, Dean of the International Summer Campus and the Vice President of International Affairs. Welcome to Korea University. Starting today, more than 1,800 students from 350 institutions across 50 different countries will embark on a journey of learning, gaining insightful wisdom from 50 prominent and respected professors over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Celebrating the 21st anniversary, KUISC offers a world-class summer program aimed at nurturing students into global leaders the world needs within a globally engaging and intellectual environment. We are proud to present one of the most innovative programs and place it in the forefront of the leading institutions in Korea. Particularly, we have launched the first pre-college program amongst other Korean universities. Korea University is now an institution that offers a cradle of knowledge, not only for university students, but also for high school graduates as a stepping stone for higher education. Aside from the academics, there are many opportunities for you to network and interact with the students from all over the world. We have planned a variety of cultural activities for students and faculties. Through these activities, you will be able to form everlasting friendship, revitalize after studies, and experience the unique Korean culture and language firsthand. Make the most of your experience here, forming great memories and relationships. I sincerely hope that your time during the 2024 ISC becomes one of the most memorable moments of your entire life. I look forward to seeing you all with big smiles at the graduation ceremony on August 1st. Study hard and enjoy every moment. Thank you.
Okay, I didn't quite have time to introduce who that was. I'm sure that was a surprise for you guys all. That's Vice President for International Affairs, Professor Han-gi Song. He sends his apology for not being able to greet you all in person. He's currently traveling to Australia and New Zealand with the president of KU, so he couldn't be here today, but he will be around from next week, and when he sees you, he'll be saying hello to you all. And also, I forgot to mention the last group. We have KU student assistants and bodies. They'll be here for the next 4 to 6 weeks to provide any help that you may need with anything. And also, the bodies will be organizing different types, different types of activities for you to join. So where are you guys? Bodies and student assistants, can you wave at students? So let's welcome them. And now, as the representative of 2024 KUISC, I'd like to invite Professor Antonio Ferri to come up to the stage to give a welcome speech. Professor Antonio Ferri is currently teaching at the University of Bologna in Italy. Let's welcome him.
Thank you very much. It is an honor to stand before you today at the prestigious Korea University, a beacon of academic excellence and innovation. Now, I could talk about Korea's humidity, or I could talk about how amazing my courses here are, but instead of that, we are gathered here to embark on a journey of learning and discovery. And it is in this context that I wish to briefly speak about the profound importance of education in our lives and society. Education is the cornerstone of empowerment. It provides us with tools to understand the world around us, to question, to reason, and to make informed decisions. It is through education that we discover our strengths, cultivate our talents, and build the confidence to pursue our dreams. Each of us has a unique potential, and education is the key that unlocks this potential, enabling us to transform our lives and the lives of others. Education is not just a personal journey. It is a social imperative. It fosters social cohesion by promoting values such as tolerance, empathy, and respect for diversity. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, yet fragmented by cultural and ideological divides, education helps us to understand and appreciate different perspectives. It cultivates a sense of global citizenship, reminding us that we are part of a larger human family. By learning together, we build bridges of understanding and cooperation that transcend national boundaries. The challenges facing our world today are complex and multifaceted. Climate change, poverty, health crisis, wars, political instability, just to name a few. Education equips us with the critical thinking skills necessary to analyze these problems, understand their root causes, and develop sustainable solutions. education is the seedbed of innovation. It nurtures curiosity and encourages us to push the boundaries of knowledge. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to innovate is crucial. It is through innovation that we learn to question the status quo, to experiment, and to embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. I have been studying this country my entire life. As you probably know, Korea is one of the nations with the highest percentage of GDP spent on education. Even when Korea was a backward and poor country, the importance of education has never been underestimated. And it is also because of these that Korea has become one of the most important countries in the global scenario. In conclusion, the importance of education cannot be understated. It is the foundation upon which we build our future, both as individuals and as a society. As students at Korea University International Campus, you have a unique opportunity to immerse yourselves in a rich academic environment, to learn from distinguished faculty, and to collaborate with peers from around the world. Let us embrace this opportunity with enthusiasm and dedication. Let us commit to using our education not just for personal gain, but for the betterment of humanity. Thank you, and may your journey here at Korea University be a transformative and inspiring chapter in your lifelong pursuit of knowledge. I do think that you are in the right place. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Ferry. Now that was the end of the opening ceremony, and now I'd like to move on to the orientation part 1. Let me introduce Ms. Chongmin No, who's the Associate Director for Center for Human Rights and Gender Equality, and she is here to talk about the center's role and effort for the prevention of sexual harassment or abuse on campus. Let's welcome Ms. Chongmin No to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, hi everybody. Hi, thank you. I appreciate you all students attending this orientation. Welcome to Korea University. This is my pleasure to be here today. Nice to meet you. My name is again Chongmin No. I'm a psychologist and working as a counselor at the Center for Human Rights and Gender Equity. Today I'm here to introduce our center. My orientation order is right now here. First of all, I will tell you about the Code of Conduct Gender Policy according to our school regulation, and then I will suggest how to deal with sexual harassment and sexual violence. After that, I will inform you about the center, the human rights and gender equity, where you can get the appropriate support if you need. Korea University has a Code of Conduct Gender Policy. All students, faculty, and staff at Korea University should ensure that women and men have equal rights and development opportunities at the university. Here you see our Code of Conduct Gender Policy. The policy number 1, the interests of both genders must be optimally served at all levels and in all functions. This includes equal representation as well as due consideration of any specific gender interest in all working contexts. The policy number 2, nobody may suffer negative consequences due to their sex, gender identity, or gender transition. Policy number 3, each individual's dignity and integrity must be respected. Sexual and gender-based harassment and discrimination are violation of human dignity. Policy number 4, at the university, written and spoken language should express equal treatment of women and men while maintaining precision and elegance. Why do we need such a gender policy? Because Korea University wants to prevent sexual harassment and sexual violation, also discriminations on campus. The regulation of Korea universities are based on the fundamental assumption that all students, faculty, and staff should treat each other with respect. Illegal shooting and hate speech on social media are not acceptable in our university community. The regulations stipulate definitely that sexual harassment and discrimination are prohibited and will not be tolerated. So now, what shall we do if we feel, for example, sexually humiliated or offended with these sexual child behaviors? Maybe someone think like, should I just ignore it? Or someone could also think like, am I too much sensitive or overreacting? Even person could think like, what should I do if I get disadvantages or whatever? But I recommend we should do first as follow. Clearly state how I feel and demand to stop the action. I know it's not easy every time to tell them off, I feel so bad on things like that. Not only you, many of students, they cannot do it. But don't worry, in such case, you better discuss about it with the Center for Human Rights and Gender Equity. I will be there. Sexual assault can happen to anyone. Anyone initiating any kind of sexual contact with another person must seek consent and not engage in a sexual contact unless consent is given. According to our school regulation, consent means informed, freely given agreement, communicated by clearly understandable words or actions to participate in each form of sexual activity. Consent cannot be inferred from silence, passivity, or lack of active resistance. Importantly, intoxication is not an excuse for failure to obtain consent. A person who is not able, whether by alcohol or drugs or otherwise, is incapable of giving consent. Please remember, sex without consent is not sex, it's rape. As the university sexual assault policy makes clear, sexual misconduct of any kind is inconsistent with the university's values and incompatible with the safe, healthy environment that the Korea University community expects. All members of this community share a responsibility for creating and maintaining an environment which promotes the safety and dignity of each individual. On college campuses, perpetrators are more likely to assault an acquaintance than a stranger. Being aware of your own safety and watching out for your friends are important steps you can take to reduce the risk of sexual assault. When we hear so bad things happen like rape, or some people easily think the victim might have done something wrong. But I want to make sure now the perpetrator, not the survivor, is responsible for any instance of sexual assault. Blaming the victim, that's the secondary victimization, further afflicts the victim. We better support the victim, not blame. If a friend or person around you was the victim of sexual harassment, what would you do? From a third-party position, when a friend or under or upperclassman or student has experienced the sexual harassment and is troubled by it, please do first support the victim psychologically. And then, please do not try to solve the problem yourself by excessive actions. This kind of interruption could make the situation more worse. You better report it to or seek counsel from an on-campus professional counseling center. Korea University has an on-campus professional counseling center. We call it as the Center for Human Rights and Gender Equality. HRGE seeks to maintain an atmosphere free of sexual and gender-based harassment and discrimination while providing active support to students, faculty, and staff. The center is also committed to creating an atmosphere of trust and respect that is essential to a healthy work and academic environment. Here, I want to call special attention. I'm sure you want to experience various experiences in Korea, and you may heard of Gangnam or Hongdae clubs. That's really attractive, I know. And maybe you will have the chance to have kind of Korean drinks with alcohol, etc. But I want to tell you, remember, unfamiliar alcohol can make you drunk and put you in a dangerous situation. So please enjoy yourself, and also remember to be safe, not much alcohol, and always with trusted friends, not alone. So here I show you what we normally do. The center, our main activities are counseling and preventing education or giving information like today and help to solve problems. We normally we provide educational programs and activities, and we receive and process reports, and also provide supportive counseling services if you need, and we also work together with other organizations when it's needed. So here you see our home pages. Our homepage looks like this, and if you want to contact with us, then right side up there is red button which you can take. When you can write down a message, then we can take this message and contact you right after that. If you want to contact us, it's when you simply need information about the regulation, books, any questions related with genders. You can also contact us when you need counseling, have concerns, or need help, or dealing after effects or whatever. When you want to report a case, the complainant, him or herself, third parties, representatives as well. If you are a foreigner, sometimes you may not be sure whether you have been sexually harassed or there has been just a simple misunderstanding due to cultural differences. But in such case as well, counseling and supports are always available at the HRGE. If we can give you direct help, then we also can refer you right person and place. If you need more details or have questions about sexual and gender-based harassment, also discriminations, please call or visit the Center for HRGE anytime. The location is here. We are now Incheon Ginyomgwan is left up. There is number 50, you see. That is our location here. But in the square, number 9 is Dongwon Global Leadership Hall, where I'm working. I'm on the first floor. If you just passing by, just come in and say hello, then you are always welcome. The contact point is like that. The phone number and email address and the website URL and location again is on this slide. Email ID is very simple to keep. Just ID is helper@korea.ac.kr. So just remember the email address, and if you need, please write me the email address. I will right after then answer you. Okay, that's all what I prepared for today. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. No. Next, I'd like to call upon Ms. Bugyong Che from the International Healthcare Center at KU. Ms. Che will provide you with information on KU's international healthcare services and clinics. Please welcome Ms. Che.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bugyong Choi, and I'm a staff of the International Healthcare Center at Korea University Anam Hospital. Today, I am going to introduce and give a presentation on our center. First of all, this is a full view of our hospital. The place on the bottom right is a park where patients and guardians can rest, and you can easily enter and exit to Annam subway station through the escalator that crosses the park. These are specialized centers that focus highly on a specific disease with state-of-the-art technologies. These are the pictures of the general wards. There are 3 types of patient rooms for 1 person, 2 persons, and 4 persons. As our hospital has recently renovated the new building, we provide the optimal environment for patient care. Annam Hospital is located right next to the university and is near the subway station, exit number 1. International Healthcare Center is located on the 2nd floor of the new building. This is the entrance to the International Healthcare Center. It is close to the main entrance and located right next to the information desk, so you can find it easily. So this is the International Healthcare Center. This is a space where you can inquire and consult with our coordinators, and rest for a while. This is the list of medical departments in our hospital, and they are a total of 43. This is the number of international patients by year. The number of patients has experienced a temporary decline due to the impact of COVID-19. However, it has steadily rebounded and returned to pre-pandemic levels. This is the organizational chart of our center. We have 12 members in our team and interpreters for each language. So this is the list of services that we offer to international patients. First of all, we offer medical consultations and referral services to specialists. Also, we offer vaccinations and health checkups. You could also get medical certificates after your consultations. Here's the outpatient clinic process. First of all, you make an appointment. On the day of consultation, you will make payment first and then have a consultation with the doctor. Next, you should pay at billing window number 15 or 16 for the prescribed treatments and get appropriate tests, medications, and so on. Finally, you will have a follow-up consultation. International Healthcare Center provides telemedicine services as well. This is for pre-treatment before visiting the hospital or follow-up after returning to your country. These are partner insurance companies we are working closely with. With the insurance companies, a direct billing contract is concluded so that insured patients do not have to pay for each treatment. Instead, the insurance company and hospital charge and settle related expenses so that insurance patients can receive treatment more conveniently. Finally, here's the mail address and phone number of International Healthcare Center. We have English, Mongolian, Russian, and Arabic translators in our center. So if you have any questions, just feel free to contact us. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Ms. Che. And next, Police Officer Ms. Jinyoung Lee from Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency on Crime Prevention. Let me invite Ms. Jinyoung Lee to the stage.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jinyoung Lee, police officer from Seoul Mobile Patrol Unit. I'm here to explain the types of crimes and cases and damages and how we can address the crimes and prevent them from happening to you. First, how to report a crime. Before we start, there are 2 Korean numbers you should know in case of emergency. Does anyone know? 2 numbers, very important. It's 112 and 119. Please remember this number. 112 is for the police, 119 is for the fire stations and ambulances. If you have experienced a crime and witnessed one, press 112 on your phone. When the call is connected, inform the police officer about your current location, the situation, and the perpetrator's characteristics. If it's difficult to make a phone call, you can make a report through a text message. The name of this application is Paro Emergency Reporting. You can also make a phone call and send a text message to report through this application. Even if you don't know, you don't speak Korean or communication is difficult, don't worry about the language. We have real-time interpretation system. There are some phone numbers for you. You can take a photo of this slide for just in case. Drugs. Actions related to drug-related crimes such as manufacturing, smuggling, owning, and administering will be punished severely. Do not casually take items like jelly, candy, or alcohol provided by others in places like clubs. Remember that the possession of drugs itself, even if you are not to take them, is illegal. Taking possession of properties which doesn't show ownership from the streets can be punished for theft or embezzlement of lost articles. Please carry a form of identification like passport or alien registration card. Voice phishing. Do not respond to call demanding account remittance or cash or personal information such as account, credit card, and resident registration number. You can see words to be cautious of: remittance transactions, cash collector, high returns, high-paying part-time jobs, remote interviews. If we listen to these words, we should be suspicious of voice phishing. Smishing. Clicking on a mobile text message containing an unverified link may lead to install malicious apps, resulting in the theft of financial information. Even if the messages are from acquaintance, verify before clicking on any internet address and strengthen mobile security settings to prevent potential harm. Citizen Conan, it's a phishing prevention application. I recommend you install this application. If you want, scan this QR code, or you can search Play Store. You can search Citizen Conan. You can download it. After installing it, you can see these screens. The first, press the circle in the middle. This app will operate to find malicious app on your phone. After that, it's done. No malicious app was found. Before finishing the presentation, I have one more important thing I want to let you know. When you ride electric bike, electric scooter or kickboard, electric skateboard, drivers must wear safety helmets with a driver's license. Wear safety helmets with the driver's license. Please remember that. If you don't, you will be fined and something more. So far, we've learned some criminal cases, how to cope and prevent them. I hope you get some information from this presentation. Wish you nothing but the safety and well-being for your life in Korea. Thank you for your attention. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Ms. Lee. And now, let me invite Professor Peter Sylvester from Institute of Foreign Language Studies, who's here to give a very important session on plagiarism. It's not often but occasionally there are students who get involved in such case, so please pay attention to this session. Please welcome Professor Silverstone.
Hello, good afternoon. Oh, not good afternoon, sorry. Got my time wrong. Good morning. And how appropriate it is for me to be following the police as I talk about plagiarism. And actually, for me, it's a perfect time because I'm now in the process of finalizing grades for the spring semester. And all of my students have had to write essays. And of course, when you write essays with citation and reference, the importance of avoiding plagiarism is absolutely critical. Good. All right. Now, let's see if I can make this thing work. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. First, what is plagiarism? Very simply, any information, any words that you borrow from someone else, especially and including when you paraphrase. Paraphrasing does not eliminate the need for citation and reference. Now, what is plagiarism? It's when you take someone else's ideas, words, or anything else, images, etc., and you do not attribute it to that source. Now, plagiarism is committed either by commission, you deliberately do it, or by omission. And that omission now includes ChatGPT, etc. All right. Now, so basically it is this borrowing or taking that's not yours. Okay? And I would say, in my experience, it is by omission that students have the greatest problem. Many of my students have had will have lower grades than they expect because they have not had proper citation. Now, here's a problem with plagiarism, especially in today's era. That is, increasingly information is digitalized and therefore more likely to be more accessible and more permanent. Right? And there's no statute of limitations for plagiarism, meaning years later, if you have an enemy and you're at work, and that enemy wants to force you out, they may try to download or access what you did at university. Send it to a plagiarism checker, and if they catch you, they can report you to your university, and that university can revoke at any time your degree, and you're out. And I've seen a few cases like this. Okay. By the way, if any professors here have anything to add or especially to disagree, please feel free to do so. Okay. And so therefore it is a serious case, and it's very easily committed simply by laziness, unawareness, etc. Okay, good? Now, okay, let me tell you how quickly plagiarism can destroy a career. I was actually on the sidelines of this particular case, where we have Dr. Charles Armstrong. He was a professor of Korean studies. He was, keep that past tense in mind, at Columbia University. He wrote an award-winning book called, I think, Tyranny of the Weak. And he decided to borrow some of the material from a friend of mine, a Code A professor known as Bala Shalantai. And he decided that he wanted to take it for himself, okay? And so he borrowed this original research from Bala Shalantai, but then he changed the citations, right, to say that he got it from somewhere else, and therefore did not have to acknowledge, Dr. Shalantai at all. Okay, now this is a very egregious case, and it's a really stupid one too, because who's going to read this book? North Korean experts, including Bala Shalantai, right? And all of his friends who will have read Bala Shalantai's book. And they will look at the citations, as many of your professors sitting here will do, probably. Will look at these citations and say, are these real? And you can check them. And so this guy all of his research was checked. Bala Shalantai himself mobilized all of his friends to say, check all these citations. They came back with 90 full citations. So Columbia University had to tell him, why don't you go on sabbatical and stay on sabbatical? And that's kind of what happened, right? As this case was unfolding, I told my students that most likely my career would continue until I'm age 65, and his will probably end that year. And it did. So you want to, so again, I use him as an example of a clear case of plagiarism. It was deliberate, and he's now gone. He can no longer get anything published. That's how you end a career. And as I said, you have to be very careful that in the future, if you plagiarize now, it may come back to haunt you. And I've seen that happen several times, including one that happened 20 years later. And it did involve this university. Okay. All right, detection, very easy. Here we have various, okay, well, this, actually, with this particular screen, all it is this case was discovered by me because clearly the tenor, the voice, was wrong. It was off. And that's how many times your professors will detect you. They're reading it, and they say, gee, this sounds like a Harvard PhD professor. It even may sound like some of your own professors, because it probably came from them. And so you can detect plagiarism just by looking at the language, the wording, the phrases. All right. And so here I was able to detect that Park Geun-hye did not say this because the language actually came from North Korea. That's an example of someone able to detect plagiarism or misattribution simply by the language itself. Okay, now let's get to ChatGPT. ChatGPT has two problems. One, the English is very good. It's excellent. Two, it's not very profound. So when I get a paper that uses words like "we will examine," right? That's a standard ChatGPT. And ChatGPT papers are actually quite standard, right? And there's not much novelty to them. There's not much profoundness. It'll basically take one source, right? List what it says is in it, then another source, another, and another. It's a collection. But it's very well written. So when we get a paper like this, my colleagues too, we can tell this probably came from ChatGPT. And when someone's familiar with ChatGPT, they can easily identify what comes out of it. It's not that hard. All right. Also, when we look at, moreover, credibility and common sense. If you're going to give information, either you have imagined it or you got it from some other source. We hope you got it from some other source. And if you got it from some other source, you're going to attribute it. Okay. If not, that is generally that's plagiarism by omission. Let's see. Okay. And that was, we have anti-plagiarism tools such as Turnitin, etc. But most of the time, we can detect that there is plagiarism. And if we can't, but we suspect it, I say we, my colleagues and I, we simply interview the student. We call the student in a nice, friendly way. We just ask, what does this mean? And how did you create this paper? That usually is sufficient, right? So if you are going to plagiarize, first become an expert in what your paper is about. Two, have very credible explanations as to where the information came from. But a much better idea is don't plagiarize at all. And I think I'll end on this note. I think there's not too much else. No, there isn't really. This just goes on to a few more failures of ChatGPT. where, ChatGPT often creates false sources, fake sources. One lawyer is facing disbarment because this lawyer, in his great wisdom, decided to have ChatGPT write a legal brief. And so ChatGPT produced a case, a whole legal brief with like 7 or 8 legal citations, 6 of which were false. So now the court clerks checked all the citations, found 6 were false, reported that this brief filed before the court was fraudulent. And once you commit fraud before a court, generally the outcome is not good. The court's very understanding. They said, yes, we know that you did this unintentionally, but you still did it, right? There you go. Yeah. So you have to recognize that, when you plagiarize, you actually cheat yourself, because now you are just surrendering your intellectual autonomy to somebody else. That's the first problem. Secondly, you're misrepresenting. And third, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble, right? And it's not hard, especially with the tools we have today, right, to detect plagiarism. And when in doubt, we can always ask you. And ask you, where did you get this information? How did you create this paper, right? How did you come up with this logic? And I hope you have, for your sake, a very good explanation for all of those questions. But the easiest way to avoid all of that is simply to cite and reference. If Armstrong had done that, guess what? He would still be teaching at Columbia University today. That's how stupid he was. And I'll end on that note.
Thank you, Professor Silverstone. And that was the end of orientation part 1, and now we'll move on to part 2. It will be held in 2 sessions, one for the faculty members and one for students. And could I ask the faculty members to make your way to the Grand Conference Hall? And for students, you can stay here as the session for your orientation will be held in this hall. And Ms. Minju Kim, the program manager, will give you guidelines about academic details of KU-ISC as well as KU Blackboard and Zoom system. We'll begin shortly. And after orientation part 2, we'll have a lunch break for about 2 hours, and we'll gather here again at 2 o'clock for orientation part 3, which is the highlight of your orientation, so I hope you don't miss it, okay? So thank you, everyone. Thank you for your cooperation, and enjoy your orientation at lunch, and I'll be seeing you throughout the program. Thank you.
Students, please take a seat and wait a moment. The student orientation will begin soon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2024 Korea University International Summer Campus. This is Minju Kim, the program manager of Korea University ISC program. I'm pleased to see you all here today. And I know many of you arrived in Korea less than a couple of days ago, so I hope you managed to overcome your jet lag for the past few days and feel more freshened up today. Okay, I will go through the orientation in this order. First of all, welcome to Korea University. Founded in 1905 under the motto of saving the nation through education, Korea University is widely acclaimed as one of the oldest, largest, and top-ranked university in South Korea. Moreover, KU has firmly maintained its position as the top private university in Korea for 9 consecutive years, and has become the top university among private universities in Asia for 5 consecutive years. We also enjoy global recognition, securing the 79th position in the QS World University Ranking, the 9th spot in the QS Asian University Ranking, and the 31st position in the World University Ranking by subject. Also, Korea University is well known for its beautiful campus, so you may enjoy traditional and modern campus life all at once. Now let's get to the point, KU-ISC, Korea University International Summer Campus. This is the KU-ISC program details. KU-ISC consists for 6-week and 4-week course program. All classes are held 4 days a week from Monday to Thursday, and no classes in Friday except for the first week. The first week classes are held from this Thursday and Friday. Each course takes about 100 or 150 minutes per class. Also, 3 credits are given per course, and the evaluation is conducted in an absolute evaluation base. Except for blended and online-only courses, or KU-ISC courses will be held in Udang Hall. Blended courses will be held in SK Future Hall and Auditorium. Please refer to the student guidebook for further information. Here is the course timetable. There will be difference in 4 and 6 weeks, so please refer to the student guidebook too. And this is the detailed program schedule. As you all know, ISC courses starts on June 27th. Please check the add and drop period and confirm your courses within within this date. And add and drop deadline is due by June 28th, 6 p.m. Please visit the Student Support Center in Udang Hall to proceed the add and drop. During this period, if you wish to add, extra cost will be incurred per corresponding courses by July 1st, Monday, 12 p.m. Or if you wish to drop, corresponding course fee will be refunded. The refund process takes 2 or 3 weeks. And KU-ISC students can access some KU facility with KU-ISC student ID card. Student ID card pickup begins on June 27th. Please visit the Student Support Center in Udang Hall, room number 111. For your information, KU-ISC students can only enter the library and read books. You cannot borrow books. This is the sample of exam schedule. Detailed date of examination can be changed according to the class schedule, so you can just refer to it. On July 18th is the end of 4-week program, and July 19th is the day of checkout from your dormitory. Graduation ceremony will be held on August 1st, and the day after graduation ceremony, 6-week students will need to check out from dorm. This is the refund policy. If you cancel ISC program within the add and drop period, 80% of the tuition fee can be refunded, excluding application fee. And course cancellation fee will be refunded under the condition that you carry on with the program. And plus, we will not refund if you cancel ISC program after the add and drop period for any reason. The grade confirmation period will be until next Tuesday after the class ends. Only during this period, students can change or raise objection to their grade. And this is a sample for the ISC official transcript. The physical transcript will be sent to each your address through a separate application by the end of August after the program ends. It will be delivered free of charge, but only once. Transcript request will be sent by email or uploaded on our website. And KUISC is also operating several types of scholarship. Academic Excellence Scholarship will be given the end of August or early September after your grades have been finalized. Deserving student will receive an email by mid-August individually. Students whose parents or grandparents are KU alumni will be awarded the scholarship. And students coming from U21 or APRO member institutions may receive a fellowship fund on your home university. Or eligible student will need to prepare the required documents and submit them via email during the application period. For more information on scholarship, please check the ISC website and further additional notice carefully. Last but least, I'd like to explain how to use Blackboard and Zoom. First, you can access KU Blackboard system through this link. And please log in using the legacy type. So I say again, legacy type. It is very important. And your Blackboard ID is the KUISC student number, and password is your date of birth, 8 digits. So if you fail to log in more than 5 times, your account will be locked. So if you face any issues, such as return to the initial page, you have to visit the Student Support Center in Udang-ho, room number 111, or send an email to us for receiving relevant guideline. Okay, next step is language setting. If your Blackboard is set to Korean, you can change it to language of your preference by clicking on your name on the left side of the menu. The upper right side is the language-related part. So now you can change it to your preference after clicking. And the next part is courses menu. On the courses on the left side of the menu, you can check the course you are taking. And class announcement or assignments are often guided through Blackboard, so please check it up daily. And there's also online Zoom lecture. If you wish to learn through online, you can opt to do so. But since all of you physically attend the classes, this slide is just for your reference. And further information on Blackboard can be found in the link above. And if you need additional assistance, please visit the Student Support Center. And that was all from my part. And now I'll be handing over the mic to Mr. Seung-yup Lee for the next part. Thank you.
Good morning, students. This is Seung-yup Lee, one of the program managers for Korea University International Summer Campus. I will briefly inform you of KU campus life. I know some of you may be bored or maybe tired, so I will make my part very quickly. So just focus on my presentation, please. There are 3 buildings you should know about. First, Int'l Memorial Hall, which is number 3. The orientation is being held now at Int'l Memorial Hall here, and the graduation ceremony will also be held the same place. Next, lecture rooms. Most of the academic courses will be held in Udang Hall, number 4. Some classes will be held in auditorium number 5 and SK Future Hall number 6. Udang Hall will be the main building of the ISC program. The Student Support Center and the Faculty Support Center will also be there, so make sure to remember the location of Udang Hall, please. In KU campus, there is the main library named Central Library. And in the Central Plaza, located underground, there are another small library called CCL, restaurant, cafe, and unit store that sells textbooks and some souvenirs. This information is for students who registered for on-campus housing. We have 3 dormitories for international students, and all of them are located on campus within working distance. From Udang Hall to the dorm, it takes about 15 minutes to walk and 10 minutes by a shuttle bus. The shuttle bus stop is located next to the Udang Hall, so those who live in dormitory can get to between Udang Hall and dormitory easily. We will operate the shuttle bus from Monday to Thursday, except first 2 weeks. This week, the shuttle bus will operate from Thursday through Friday, and next week from Monday through Friday. This is because we have classes on Friday during the first 2 weeks, as you know. For the detailed information on the shuttle bus operating time, please check the guideline. Sports facilities. If you are looking for sports facilities on campus, I recommend Hwajang Sports Center, which is across from Annam International House. And you can find fitness center, squash court, indoor rock climbing there. The membership rates are shown in the slide. If you are interested in signing up, please send us an email. The one thing you should know about the payment is this center received the rates through direct wire transfer only. I mean, the cash or credit card cannot be accepted. I have prepared dormitory Q&A session by the most frequently asked questions. The first question is there a curfew? No, there is no curfew in KU summer housing. However, in order to avoid getting locked out of your room or building, please make sure to carry your room key or key card with you at all times. Next, what if you left your key in the room or lost it? The answer is please kindly ask the security guard for a master key. Once you access your key, bring it back. If you lost your key, KU dormitory management team may issue a new one with an extra fee of 10,000 Korean won. The next, how can you use a cafeteria? The dormitory cafeteria is located right above KU convenience store. I mean, just in the middle area of the dormitories. The price for meals ranges from 5,000 to 8,000 Korean won. More details regarding the menus will be posted on the cafeteria bulletin board every Monday morning. Please prepare your credit card to buy the ticket for the meal at the cafeteria, as they do not accept cash for payment. The next question is, can you control the air conditioner? Yes, you can, but please be kindly informed that the Korean government policy is to make all dorms AC to automatically shut off when the room temperature reaches 26 Celsius. I mean, if AC perceives it as 26 Celsius or above, or below, the AC will automatically set itself just to fan mode, not to cooling. And it applies for the lecture rooms same. Where should you contact with a maintenance problem? Here is the online website to request for repair, korea.ac.kr. Please access this page, then you can ask for maintenance service. You can see your dormitory checkout schedule here. First, if you check in as 4-week time, you need to check out before 11 a.m. July 19th. If you check in as 6-week time, you need to leave the dorm before 11 a.m. on August 2nd. Please return your key card and given bedding set to the front desk before leaving the dorm. And please kindly understand that the late checkout will not be available under any circumstances. Please note the policy written on the slide. It's important to follow the rules, as you know. First, all residents must comply with the terms of the residence hall contract. Second, room changes require approval from the ISC office. Non-residents, including family members, are not permitted in the residence halls. Only guests of the same gender are allowed in the resident host rooms, the special area or lobby. Smoking or consuming alcohol is prohibited in all university residence halls. If you need any help related to the dormitories, please contact your RA, residence assistants. You may see them when you check in yesterday, right? So that's the end of the campus life part. The next part is the cultural activities. I know that you are interested in not only academics, but also in cultural activities, right? So here are the schedules of activities. All these activities are free of charge for ISCC international students and will be held 9 times as shown. You can enjoy the first one, Lotte World, the amusement park field trip, this Saturday, June 29th. So now, let me guide you the procedure of registering for each activity. We will have an online survey for each activity, so you can sign up for the ones you want to attend. Online sign-up link will be emailed to international students every Wednesday. The deadline for registration is until every Sunday before the week of each activity. But just for the Lotte World this Saturday, the deadline for registration is today. So if you are interested in amusement park field trip, you can do it today. I'm sorry. So please check your email frequently, and we will limit the number of participants in each event to facilitate the process. Participants will be accepted on first-come, first-served basis. So please register within the period at your earliest convenience. If you cannot attend, please let us know in advance. We do impose penalties on no-show to prevent indiscriminate registration. So unexcused no-show will be penalized to become ineligible for the remaining ISC cultural activities. We ask you to keep your promises. We are also operating several events for students. The first one is media contest. All you have to do is just creating your own video or take a good picture during our program. The top 3 participants will get the prize. For the detailed information, please check out Instagram page later. The submission due is July 21st. Secondly, there will be a testimonial contest. The participants should write 1-page testimonials about their experience in KU IESC and IWC programs. This event is open for 2024 ISC, this program participants, and 2023 to 24 IWC ones. The testimonials will be uploaded on our official website, and the winners get the prize. Further information on these events will be updated on our official Instagram page later, and the submission due is July 21st as the media contest. Please stay tuned for this event on ISC Instagram account. Lastly, a graduation ceremony will be held on August 1st, 6 p.m. at Int'l Memorial Hall here. Before I end of our student orientation, I will just briefly share with you the information about 2024 to 25 KU International Winter Campus Program. KU IWC program will run for 3 weeks from December 21st to January 10th. If you are interested in this kind of winter program, do not hesitate to attend KU IWC program. You can register for this from September. Remember that you can get an early bird discount if you register from September to October. So do not miss chance. Contact. If you have any questions about KU ISC program, please feel free to contact us. The email address is isc@korea.h.kr. Our office phone number is shown here, and the Student Service Support Center is located at Udang Hall, room number 111. That's my last notice. And let's have lunch time now until 2 p.m. Orientation part, hold on please. Orientation part 3 will start at 2 o'clock, so please be seated by 1:50 p.m. Then see you soon and have a good meal, please.
질문